Hello, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. I want to introduce to you my new product line, Mold-A-Wood. This is a wood-based product that becomes bendable and flexible that is perfect for all your craft embellishments and for all the fun that you can have. You can also do this with junk journals. You can make cards out of it, all that fun stuff. So it's going to come in this sealable, tightly sealed container, and you're going to pinch off some of the Mold-A-Wood, and you're going to pick a silicone mold of your choice. Don't put anything in there prior to that. Just put the Mold-A-Wood in there, and as you see, I'm just firmly pressing it into the silicone mold, and I'm gonna let that set up. So no cornstarch, no flour, nothing like that. That will not work well. You want it to just be a clean silicone mold. And you can firmly press it into the mold impression, and then after, you can either take your finger and scrape it back off to get it out of the area or the surface that doesn't have the impression in there, or you can just take a putty knife. I like to use this plastic one from the Dollar Tree and put it on this silicone mold flat and scrape it across here like so to take off the excess, and then come back in and push it back down. Let it firmly get that impression. You want it to be firmly pressed in there, okay? And then when you're finished with this, just kind of clump it back together and then zip tight your bag. Take the air out of it. This is friendly for air when you're ready for it to cure. Let this mold set up in here for a good 12 to 24 hours. And then you can pop it out of the mold. Get it back in its sealed up container real nice. And again, let that set up for 12 to 24 hours, okay? The thicker the mold, the longer you will want it to set up. I will show you how to easily unmold one of these. This is obviously not the same thing. It's a different impression. Doesn't really matter, but you'll be able to see that you can just quickly and easily come in here. Be real careful. This is quite dainty. We'll see how well that works. And then just roll the impression out of the silicone mold. And again, this is really delicate particular mold here, but you see how well that impression came out. That's going to be gorgeous on the top of a box or to embellish up any of your projects, okay? So now what you can do is take that, anything. I'm just going to continue to use different molds. Well, you set that to the side, leave it flat to dry for 12 to 24 hours. You saw how easy it was to pop out of that. And now I'm going to just take some white acrylic paint, and I'm going to apply that to here so you guys can see how easy it is to get the impression that you made shine through here. You see, this is the same thing. I had already done it up before to show the audience how well these take shape and how easy they are to paint up. And I'm going to actually show you on another piece here how you can actually glue it down, okay? Let me clean off my area here. And I will get a piece of parchment paper down now. And I'm going to take this Dollar Spot frame. They came in, I think, 4 frames at the time. I'm going to show you how easy this is. I like to use this type on Thick and Quick. How easy it is to apply these molds to a surface area. And because we're doing wood, I want to do wood glue, okay? If you were doing hot glue, you definitely could, but I just recommend using this Titebond Thick and Quick adhesive. Again, if you want to use E6000 or super glue, go for it. I'm going to show you now how easy it is to just cut this. I'm going to use this on a 45 angle, and I'm just going to guess it. You guys can get as detailed with that as you want, but I just wanted to do a 45 angle here just to kind of get a better look, okay? So that's how that's going to go, and then I'm going to line up the next one. You could definitely take like a pen and mark it as well. But I like this with your impression. But I just want you to see how easy it is for how easy that they cut the product. And I messed that one up because I've got some extra here. No worries, I can definitely come in here and fix that, okay? But let me just work on 45 in it, and I will show you how easy it is to adhere. Okay, now I have all my pieces cut here on a 45. If you don't want to do that, you can just straight up go edge to edge to edge, and that's fine, and just keep it square. And then I'm just going to take some of this Titebond and use a paintbrush or your finger or whatever you want. You want to just get that on there. And don't forget the edges here where the seams on the 45s are going to come together, because that's definitely something you want to try to get nicely seamed together, okay? And then just repeat this. And if you want to let it be, to help it along with the hairdryer or your heating tool, you can definitely do that to speed up the drying process on this. When you come in here with this one, just try to get it tight up into one another. And this is as much as you want it to be, you know, as far as tedious, how picky you are, how if you have ADHD like me, where you want, you know, you've got to have things perfect, you know, that kind of thing. Then and we're just going to finish this off. Let it dry and paint it up. I just want you guys to see how easy this is to work with, how much you're going to love playing with this product, and how fun it is to come up with great ways of using it. Silicone molds can be purchased on numerous sites, Amazon. You can get them at the craft stores in the cake section, the cake decorating section. As long as it's a silicone mold, you should be fine. And I don't recommend the ones that you use for soap, the thick ones. Don't use the thick soap ones, or for like resin, anything that's candle making or soap. You want to keep them on the thinner side for it. Okay, so let's just dry this up with the heat tool here and speed that process along, and then we're going to paint it. I'm going to show you how fun it is. Okay, I'm going to take this peach colored paint, and I'm going to use that rose that I just took out of the impression at the beginning of this video. And I have cut a piece of scrapbook paper. Now this is extremely delicate. When I took it out of the mold, part of the stem had not adhered properly. You'll want to make sure you are very careful with it. It's not to worry, you guys. I'm going to show you exactly why you do not trash this, because there's not a thing wrong with it. I didn't get it into the mold properly because it's such a very delicate, intricate mold. With these, you have to be able to spread them apart, and it doesn't spread a whole lot, and then it wants to push it back out. So just be real careful, but it works out really well. It's gonna look gorgeous. Just trust me. Let me dry this up, and we will work on the stems. Okay, now I'm gonna come in here with a little bit of luster in champagne ice. And I'm just going to use my finger. I want to kind of just embellish this up and grab those, highlight the areas of the raised portion of this rose. It's going to give it another color as well to it, and kind of make that rose look two-toned. I'm not sure how well this is going to show through the camera, but I'm actually going to come down here and just highlight these leaves just a tad as well. Remember, don't worry that this mold did not stay. This is a very delicate, intricate mold that is perfect for this craft. Okay, before we get anything put on there, I do have a piece of scrapbook paper here that I cut already, but before I do that, I want to paint all of this black. So I'm going to paint the entire molded wood frame and the frame itself all the way around here. Anything extra that's showing, we are going to paint this up in black. Any color would do from, any paper. You guys, this is just one of many ideas of all the fun things that you can do. Let me get this painted for you. All right, let's just finish this up. I like to use a little bit smaller of a detail brush here to be able to get into all the small areas of the mold, and even like a stencil brush would work well to get in here. So you just want to make sure that you're getting enough paint, acrylic, chalk paint, whatever it is that you use. This is going to cover on this product the same way it's going to cover on anything else that you're using. If you normally only have to use one coat of paint, then that should be pretty much the rule of thumb for this as well. And because there's a lot of different detail to this molded wood frame that I put on here, it requires your bristles to be able to get into the little areas. So that's why I like to use some smaller little detail brushes like this to help it along. Okay, let me show you the detail of this and how cool this looks in black, how cool this would look in any other color. It just picked up this. We'll come in here and we will highlight that with something else later. But for now, let's just get in here and we are going to Mod Podge down onto this surface my piece of paper, and we'll get that rose put on. All right, Mod Podge this down. This surface is a slick surface. This is more of a coating on here that's something that could be wiped off on that surface. So this will not require probably as much Mod Podge as I put down, but that's okay. We'll just scrape it off. The scrapbook paper is a little bit thicker than normal because it's this paper kind. But we're just going to stick that in there. Let it kind of go underneath the ledge there. And I'm not going to put anything around it. I mean, I'm not going to put anything on top of it. I'm just going to let it be like that. That is really cool just by itself. And all of this will dry clear, so any of the stuff that we do have here, no worries. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put this in the center of this. It would be really cool if you did like multiples of these, different flowers in each one. That would turn out to be super cool. And we can also come around here just for funsies and adhere a piece of this twine around there. That's going to pull the twine in from the hanger that's already here, and that's going to it's just going to make it look really put together. And if you had any problems with any of your paper being cut, because I'm horrible at cutting my paper straight, this will allow you to have a more finished look here and not be able to see if you had any mistakes with your paper. So I'm just going to put some of this twine here like this with some hot glue. This is optional. You don't need it. The frame itself that I put on there, the molding that I put on, definitely is enough. Okay, and we have that. So now we just have to put the rose on here. And I'm just going to use some hot glue with this because it's just going onto some scrapbook paper. I like to do wood on wood and the wood glue on the, if I was doing wood on here, okay? So let's get this on here. Like this. And you see how it did not matter that that one stem had separated from here. Again, this was a really delicate piece that I had done, and you have something super simple and adorable. This would look great in a bathroom, in a bedroom. You could even pop that out a little bit more if you wanted to. I was going to come in here and embellish this with a little bit of something. So let me get some black colored luster, and we'll put that on there. Okay, I have black shimmer luster. Don't worry if these ever dry out. You can just add a little bit of water to them and get it to kind of come back. Just a tad bit. Don't overdo it. This is gonna pop out the embellishments or the details of this. I don't want to do too much on here because I don't want it to take away, but I want you to see how detailed this mold was. The molded wood picked up all that great detail in the silicone mold, and you just want to kind of highlight that. You could also come in and dry brush some paint on here if you wanted. But this is gorgeous, y'all. Do you see how detailed that frame is and how that just made that pop? It's super simple. You guys, this molded wood is a game changer in the craft industry. Let's get the word out about it. Please help me do that. I would love for you to purchase a tub of this 8-ounce container. It comes with shipping included. I will have a link in the comments here. So please, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Otherwise, go ahead and get your order in right now. Have a good one. Bye now.